This is a meditation for the circle, namely for those doing my 60-day challenge. In the circle, we increase our power together by projecting the pre-populated affirmations onto others at the same time. Everything you project onto another with intention comes back to you multiplied. This is not a relaxing meditation. You may play it anywhere you are, eyes open or closed. The work will be that you must keep your mind alert and assimilate these concepts. Tell your conscious mind to push these concepts into your subconscious. You have more power than you think, and whatever power you think you have much more. You will need to listen to this until the concepts outlined herein are what you think about the world. Let's begin. The world is what you think it is. This implies it is not real in the sense that it is not fixed. We are not destined to have a series of events and then die. We are meant to co-create reality with the intelligent field that surrounds us. This implies you must take responsibility and properly interact with the field each and every day, as well as to respect the field's infinite intelligence by allowing it to do its work in figuring out the how. You must understand it is infinitely more intelligent than you, me, or the whole human brain power combined. Whether you are lying down or just moving around in the world now, take a moment to feel this field around you, one impermeable substance that makes up the world and the whole of the universe. Feel its light weight upon you. Let yourself go within it. It really has your back if you let it. Decide now to trust it. Say out loud, I trust you with the how. What you think the world is just a set of programs that were instilled in you mostly by observing the world between ages 2 and 7. Those beliefs were built upon after this age by attracting similar beliefs and circumstances in terms of family, friends, and education later on. After a certain age, reality is a loop feed mechanism, meaning you observe it, create a reaction inside of you, and project more of that in the 3D, which you then observe again, call in the same reaction, and project again. Most people live that way, but if you are on this path, it is because you have on some level realized these limitations, and you are probably doing the work to rid yourself of limiting beliefs. What you must realize now is that the limiting beliefs are fed and they are in place by your inner reaction to events. Decide now to let go of these programs and make a commitment to yourself to stay non-reactive. Say, anything that doesn't serve me, I release back into the field to be dissolved now. Now say, circumstances do not matter, and I choose not to react to them and make them part of my reality unless they are exactly what I want. I'll say that again. Circumstances do not matter, and I choose not to react to them or make them part of my reality unless they are exactly what it is I want. Remember that in the field, your free will reigns supreme. The field has no choice but to return to you the contents of your mind. This implies that if your mind is random and chaotic, your circumstances will be as well. Taking responsibility for your thoughts is where the work is in the process of manifestation. Taking care to cultivate only those thoughts that you know are positive and deciding to let go of the loops in your mind is key to moving forward. Do a practice to empty your mind before doing any entry in the 60-day challenge. Your entries are powerful, and they take on further power from the circle of people who have entered it. It is much easier to manifest together than alone. The positive statements we repeat together form something similar to a laser beam. A laser beam is focused light waves of a similar wavelength. That's how it's able to be powerful. See the circle of people now and decide to give and receive power from it. Say out loud one pre-populated affirmation from the 60-day challenge, one that speaks most to you, but say it now for the others instead of for yourself. More than one person will do this meditation and will loop it back to you. Say your favorite affirmation now. While you are doing the process of rewiring your mind, do not check 3D. You must understand that every time you check and see a certain outcome, you give power in reinforcing this outcome. Do not check your SB's social media. Do not check the third party. Do not check your bank balance if you don't have to. Do not check your job application, school application, immigration application, etc. The future that unfolds is the one that takes the least amount of effort. And the least amount of effort is taken by assuming you will achieve in the future based on where you have come so far. This is not true. Your current or past results have nothing to do with how your future can unfold if you control your mind and successfully switch to seeing yourself living in a different set of circumstances. Stop right now trying to figure out how you will get into this new reality. Stop. Every time you are trying to figure out the how, the field of infinite intelligence pauses. It has no choice because you are taking over with your free will. If you want a brand new BMW, envision only driving it every day. Set a personal item inside this car in order to make it your own, like a mirror charm, for example. But do not once for a second think how you are going to get this car. Your only job is to enjoy driving it every day in different outfits with different family members, if that's applicable. That's where your imagination should dwell. See one of your desires clear in your mind now from the point of it being yours. Think of one scene in which you are enjoying your specific manifestation. Do that now. Manifesting a desired outcome is done by collapsing infinite probabilities in the quantum field. This has been proven scientifically many years ago, and the science is catching up every day with more and more proof and evidence of this. Magic is just science we don't yet understand. It doesn't need to be understood in your lifetime for you to benefit out of it. You really don't understand right now how electricity works, yet you are able to enjoy the light being on in your house. Put aside the how does this work also. The work in manifestation is collapsing the probabilities into the one choice you have made. For this to happen, the other probabilities must be erased or greatly diminished in energy. Remember, the probability that unfolds is the one that takes the least amount of effort. See parallel destinies for yourself now as if they are rays of light. Feel free to select the one you want. Go through them and see in which one of them you are dressed the way you want to be, in a place you love, with someone you love, or your family, doing what you want to do in your life. See that as one of the rays of light. And now, with all your might, jump your energetic self into this ray. Let all the other rays fall away. You are the main character of your reality, and you need to start seeing yourself as such. The other people around you are secondary support roles. They want to play their roles in your life. They are even people who are just extra, and you must understand this so you don't get intertwined with their energy. An example of this would be one of these extras cutting in front of you on the road. Don't give it any attention whatsoever. Do not react and get caught into an energy loop that isn't yours, nor is it to your benefit. You may have heard that everyone is you pushed out, and you need to recognize what aspects of yourself they are reflecting back to you. This is partially true, but what is absolutely true is that what you project on others bounces back to you. Remember then to be happy when someone else is successful. Hold no envy or jealousy. They are you pushed out. Do not send them envy or jealousy. Be overjoyed for them, meaning for yourself. Now you understand why it's so important to block and never look at a third party, for example. Take a moment now to see our circle again and repeat that affirmation you selected earlier for yourself and for others. What do you want to be true for all of us? Say it now. There are energies in the field that will test your resolve. You mustn't understand this from a human perspective of some entity toying with you. Rather, leave trying to understand it and know that you will be tested. It is important you do not fail, and you can only fail by accepting no for an answer or accepting less than what it is you want. Say, no, this is not my reality. This is not what I asked for. And know that in that moment, the field will have no choice but to try again and bring something better or a better way of unfolding the same thing. This is why you hear a lot of successful manifestors saying they get double or more than that what they originally asked for. Tell yourself every day that what you envision, i.e. your manifestation, is reality, and the current circumstances do not matter at all. The events now are just past tense from old thoughts. Before you go to sleep at night, look around your room and say, what I see now are the contents of my old mind. This is what I want now instead. And then envision you in the room you want with the person you want. Keep it simple. Do just this one scene for a few weeks, but make the scene very vivid. Size of the room, furnishings, the person holding you, the music in the background, the smell in the room, etc. Do this tonight. Understand that 3D reality is kept in place by your attention. This is why you mustn't check anything unless you are certain it is the way you want it to be. And you must have that certainty. For now, simply remove your attention from what you don't want. This will take effort in 3D. It may mean blocking certain people, not turning on the news, not calling certain friends, and generally eliminating anything that has you vibrating at a degree of anger, grief, envy, shame, guilt, jealousy, and other such massively detrimental states. Remember that revenge and hate, and generally wanting something bad for another person, is a poison you take, hoping it will affect the other person. Many times these people have no clue about your existence. A perfect example is hating a certain politician. Ask yourself now, how much poison have you already taken? Decide the world is about you, and everything you feel is about you, because only with this understanding you will be able to create. If the world was not about you, how could you possibly skew it in your favor? Decide now you are the manifestor, and all is you reflected out. Remove, therefore, your attention from the parts of you that you do not want reinforced. Make this commitment now. Needless to say, this work will automatically make you a better person because you are aiming to only have thoughts that serve you and others. It's a win-win for you and the world to get your manifestation. Remind yourself that by becoming a better version of yourself, you are contributing so much more to the world around you. Therefore, your manifestation coming to pass and this confirmation of your power and responsibility is of benefit to all involved. Say out loud now, I want to be better. Never focus on others. This is only about you. Everyone's reaction to you will change when you see yourself as a better version than you have ever been each day of your life. Everything will be a success story for you. You must listen to these concepts over and over again until they are what you believe about the world. You are the cause and the world is the effect. When this clicks in your mind, your manifestation will unfold incredibly quickly and without any effort other than taking inspired action. Do the 60-day challenge every day. Turn onto my lives on my TikTok under the same handle at Finer Manifestation with a PH. And if at any time you need extra help, as long as you're doing the work, you can email me or book a one-on-one with me, but only after you've shown me that you're doing the work. Choose to be the creator.